we will call the Plan Commission meeting to order. Everybody have a chance to take a look at the minutes?
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion is second to approve. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Public hearing on conditional use permit amendment for a 24-hour indoor recreational facility at 1450 Swayze Street, Los Campinos.
Yes. There you go.
Sorry, Jim. All right, so this is a public hearing. It's your opportunity, anybody out there that would like to comment on this. If you do come forward, if you're here present, please come to the podium and the mic, identify yourself and where you live. Try to keep your comments brief, try not to repeat other people's comments. If you are online, there's a way for you to raise your hand and we will recognize you when we see that your hand is raised. So, having said all that, is there anyone with a comment? Any comment? Any comment? Any comment?
Move to close the public hearing.
Second.
Motion is second to close the public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Public hearing is closed. Conditional use permit amendment for a 24-hour indoor recreational facility at 1450 Swayze Street, Los Campinos. Why am I having a hard time with that?
Everyone
Ask
does.
me.
Jim. All right.
Yeah.
Tiffany.
So as you all know or remember, we'd approved a conditional use permit for Los Campeones Gym a couple of months ago. Notably, that CUP had some specific hours detailed in it per the applicant's suggestion. However, he would now like to amend the conditional use permit to allow it to operate on a 24-hour time frame, as other local gyms operate in the same manner. So that's the only amendment that he's willing to make at this time. And staff finds no issue with this, especially since there was a neighborhood meeting held and no one attended or had any comments or concerns to provide. So we would recommend approval.
So moved with conditions.
Second.
Got a motion second to approve. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Final development plans for Hudson Physicians Lot 2 at 2662 Hillcrest Drive, Hudson Medical Center.
So Hudson Physicians has submitted final development plans for the review of Lot 2, also known as 2662 Hillcrest Drive. The final plan set proposes to construct a two-story professional medical office facility, approximately 30,000 square feet in area, and would provide additional outpatient services to the Hudson community. Updates from the concept plans include some amendments to riprap and erosion control, lighting, Phase 1 record drawings for our engineer's review and approval, along with the inclusion of a traffic analysis for the parking, as well as a shared parking agreement with the adjacent Phase 1 lot. Staff recommends approval of the final development plans for Hudson Physicians Lot 2 with the listed conditions.
Is this in the back of the existing?
It's toward the easternmost, southeast corner, yes.
So where we had issues with the lighting before?
Yes.
So how are we gonna mitigate that? Have you addressed it again with Hudson Physicians? I know it took a while. The neighborhood back there that I've heard are okay now
Yeah.
because the whitewash has been directed down.
Yes.
But now with this new one, what are we looking at here?
So me and our contracted engineer externally, we reviewed the lighting for the building itself. I did make a note in the comments and clarified with the applicant themselves that any lighting proposed on the building needs to be located no further than the first floor, so it can't be any taller than that. They will also have some landscaping along that east property line where there's also the retaining wall to help level the parking lot and facilities around it. If needed to, there could be other mitigation possibilities such as a fence inclusion, but generally speaking, all of the lighting has been reviewed and approved by the external engineer as being okayed. It will be downcast as well. It'll match the same style as what's on Phase 1.
Did they do a light study?
Yeah, that's,
Is that on the back?
yep,
Yeah.
right there. I believe code's requirements for lighting is you can't be more than 0.4 foot candles into a residential property.
Well, I'll move to approve with conditions, but I want to make sure we're keeping that light stuff
At the
on
forefront.
radar.
Yep.
Because I know I will.
I do know too, there's a condition I believe in there still that's carried over from the previous phase one where we ensured that the applicant needs to keep close contact with those neighborhood adjacent properties, so.
Item 6?
Yes.
Or condition 6? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'll second it.
Okay.
Got a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Rezoning of St. Croix County Tax Parcel 236-1211-00-000 from L1 Light Industrial to B3 Central Business.
So here, the applicant and property owner, Ronald Gagnon, is proposing to rezone 100 Commercial Street. The property is adjacent to the former Associated Bank property, and the purpose of the rezoning is basically to update the singular I-1 zoned parcel to match and coincide with the rest of the block that is currently B3, just as is the rest of downtown as well, other than the marina, and I believe the Norlake building is also still I-1. So there's just a few couple of I-1 properties, but this one, it's foreseen that it'll match better with the rest of the neighborhood, and use-wise would fit better if it's rezoned to B3, especially with it being in the Riverway. So with that, staff would recommend approval of this, noting that there will be a public hearing with the council next week on January 8th at 7 p.m.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve. Discussion?
This parcel is where the frame shop is? Is that
Yeah.
parcel? Okay.
Yep.
Anybody? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. And I think that's about it, right?
Yep.
So I don't have anything other than Happy New Year, everybody. Good to see everybody back.
Yes. Happy New Year.
Good to see you all. Thank you.
Likewise.
Do we have a motion?
I'll move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and second to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. We stand adjourned. Thanks, everybody.